script. You were supposed to hit a home run in that
I
first
know.
inning.
I tried to. I told everybody, no matter where the pitch was, I was swinging first pitch to try to add to the leadoff home run record, but it didn't work out. But it's fitting that, you know, I entered this league with a strikeout and ended it with a strikeout. So I guess we'll just do that instead.
What got to you at all today? Maybe the video tribute or anything that made you emotional?
Yeah, the video tribute got me a little bit. Hearing Sal, hearing Hosmer, Moose, Witt, Ned, all those guys saying nice things about me. You know, you're trying to get ready for a game, but at the same time, when that comes on, it's pretty hard to stay locked in for the game and just think about everything that's happened over your career and what all these people have meant to you. And I think one thing that got me pretty good is when I went in the dugout and our strength coach, Ryan Stoneberg, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but we've had, you know, a great relationship over the years, a lot of time together, and, you know, he was bawling, crying, and, you know, it's just, it kind of hits you when you see things like that and how much not only he meant to me, but I meant to him too. And there was a lot of situations like that. That's just one example. So those always get you kind of choked up.
When do you think it'll hit you that this is it?
It was today. This past week, you know, I've known this whole year, so it really didn't sink in until probably today, this morning, where, you know, I'm always trying to, with this game, just take it one day at a time. That's kind of how I was doing it. You know, I was still trying to, you know, play the best way I could and help this team win. And so even though, you know, everybody knew and I knew, and I was still getting recognized for, you know, retiring and all this stuff, I was still locked into the game. And I think today was kind of the day where it was just like, sit back, enjoy it, and just try to take it all in, because, you know, this is probably the last time you're going to be in this clubhouse competing on the major league field.
How about taking off the uniform one last time? Was that emotional?
Yes, I think anybody that's played this game could say that's emotional. You know, I grew up as a little kid, you know, just wanted to play this game, and then pretty fortunate to do it as long as I have. So this is all I've known my whole life, and I've been fortunate enough to play with the same organization, the organization I grew up loving all my life. So it's been great, and I have no regrets, no complaints, and just happy my career kind of unfolded the way it did. So I was sad, but at the same time, just, you know, just happy that my career went the way it did. So like I said, no regrets, no complaints, and I've just been blessed to be in this situation.
Hey, Alex, I know that you've probably heard from a lot of people over the past few days. Anyone, you know, surprise you that you hadn't heard from in a long time to reach out and say congrats?
Not really surprising. Meaningful, I would say. Last night was something that was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Hosmer, the guys in San Diego, Strom, and then Moustakis with the pine tar in the back. I don't know if someone told them to do it or what, but the fact that they did it, and then I was able to see it after the game. It's just, those guys mean everything to me. Just what we've been through, and I hope that it you know, they feel the same way about me. And I think we're kind of tied together with this history in KC and what we've been through. And yeah, and, you know, Swanee over here just sent me Drew Butera, so he did it today too. So it's just, the best thing about all this is the relationships you get in the clubhouse, and even though people move on, you're still close to them. And, you know, that's just one example of them doing that with the jersey. Is just one example of them. Those are relationships that you get.
Yeah, I saw that Drew Butera one today too. Logistically, how is this working for you? Someone's showing you these, because I know you're not like a Twitter guy, right?
My wife has Twitter, so I'm kind of up to date with her. But yeah, I try to stay away from social media, but she keeps me informed pretty well.
Now you're retired, you're going to get on social media and become an influencer?
That's not on the agenda, no. But never know, maybe down the road. on the agenda is spending time with family, hanging out, and catching up on life outside of baseball.
Thanks.
Hey,
Hey,
Alex.
Alex,
What?
oh, sorry, go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, Alex. I was gonna say, is there a part of you? Do you feel like as you call it quits here, that feels like physically you could still play, or is that you're at peace with that?
I think I'm at peace with it. You know, this past year has been, kind of a little different as far as my body has felt. Just recovering, um, just performing on the field. I felt pretty good last year, even though my body still hurt. That was definitely a factor. Just maybe not performing up to the way I wanted to, and the way my body felt. But at the end of the day, um, a big thing was just being done with baseball and just hanging out with the family. I think that was the big key. I told you guys earlier, it takes away from a lot of family time. So I just wanted to, I think the quarantine life in the summer, even though it wasn't a true summertime, just spending time with the kids. And, now that they're getting older, I just wanted to be more around than I am now. So that was the biggest part of it.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you was just, what's it like to sort of see and hear people around the organization talk about sort of you being a standard that's going to go forward, and then even outside the organization, I think Moose, when we talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and somebody asked him about being a leader in the clubhouse in Cincinnati, he talked about learning from you and sort of trying to be that way.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's overwhelming to hear things like that because I just tried to play the game. I think having the position change and almost in a way thinking that this might be taken away from you. So coming back, I still had that attitude before that, but it just got taken to another level. And when I came back from the position change, just like I'm gonna lay everything out on the line every day, prepare the best way I can every day, and not have any regrets ever. And I kind of just tried to play like that every day. And I wasn't, I was trying to be a leader, but at the same time, I wasn't. I was just trying to be myself and help this team win. And I think that kind of rubbed off in a leadership way. So, I'm so grateful to hear things like that from Moose and other guys. And like I said, it's been overwhelming, but at the same time, very flattering that they all say that kind of stuff.
What's on your first pizza?
Boy, the amount of pizza questions I've had in the last couple of days, I'll tell you what, Minsky's better give me, a large free cheese pizza or something like that. I don't know. Whenever the kids want pizza, the first time, I'm sure I'm gonna indulge with them. So it's time to just relax, enjoy life, and kick back a little bit. So I think pizza's one of those things I can do that with.
Hey, Alex, it was a little bit, you got to witness Moose and Haas and Kane walk off the field with all the fans. So obviously it's a lot different with no fans there today. Can you kind of talk about maybe not having the fans there to enjoy it, but also Dayton Moore assured us that there is going to be an Alex Gordon day in the future?
Yeah, it was tough. This year was definitely a tough year on all of us. When I think about this year, I really think of the rookies, just what they had to go through. You know, you kind of work for this your whole life, and then to finally make it to the show and deal with what we had to deal with this year, as far as no fans, not having your family come. Um, I really think a lot about those guys and what they had to go through. So I'm hoping for fans next year, for their sake and for everybody. It really makes the game a lot better, and especially with our fans and how much they love us and how much they support us. I really want those young guys that haven't experienced it yet to kind of get that feeling. So obviously today would have been a lot more sweeter if we had fans in the stands for me. But luckily Ned did a good job of last year, even though I knew I wasn't retiring. It was just letting me come off the field and enjoy that time with the fans, and that meant a lot. And even though the fans weren't here today, I still got to celebrate it with my teammates and everything. So that was great.
How special was it to have your family there?
Yeah. They've been here, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this, but the last 4 days up in the suite. And Okay, I can't tell that, so I didn't know what the COVID rules and everything. They were up in the suite by themselves the last 4 days. Surprised me the first two. My brother from Louisiana, um, which I haven't seen in a while, drove back overnight to see me a couple nights ago for the game. So that meant a lot, and it just speaks volumes to this organization and what they're willing to do with your family and uh, just with all that's going on. It meant a lot, and I'm so excited that I got to experience with my kids and my wife and my mom and my family.
Bill, we have time for one more because with his family here, we're having a little function tonight. So I want to get him out and get Brady in. So one more, anybody?
Alex,
as you're standing out in left field, that first inning, you stood out there so many times. What's going through your head?
Honestly, just try to make a play for my pitcher. I feel like when I get on the field, I kind of flip a switch and I'm not really thinking about, maybe the whole situation outside the field that's going on. I'm just trying to compete, trying to play well for, Brady Singer, who's out there pitching, and do anything I can to help this team win. And then, when I cross that line after everything's said and done, I start thinking about and reflecting and everything that's going on. But, when I'm out on that field, it's just about competing and getting after it and doing everything for the Kansas City Royals. These people. Yeah, I know I did the other day, but thank you guys for everything over the years. You guys have been really a pleasure and easy to work with. You guys have always been nice to not only myself, but all of our teammates. We have no complaints with what you guys do and all the support you guys have given us over the years, and it has been awesome. And to be able to, celebrate those times in 14 and 15 with you guys was special and something I'll never forget. So thank you guys for everything, and I'll miss you, but I live here in Kansas City, so I'm sure I'll see you guys around.